clearly Obama's, you know, on the verge, because if you even speaking of Obama real briefly, if you recall, African Americans were kind of the last to get on board. I don't know if you remember the politics of that moment, but if you go back to or whatever, there was a time where Michelle Obama got asked. I'm talking about as he was starting to build momentum as the potential, you know, still competing against the other Democrats, if you will. But there was a time where they actually asked Michelle, what's up with the support in the Black community? And she literally goes, they'll come along. So there was. This is when I'm telling you, this deal is about me, but I don't bring you no information that ain't factual. So you can look at you. And so, but I'm highlighting that for the talk of mental dialogue, because what happened was, it was like, because that dialogue and that concern was there, it's, you know, I said, you know what, I want to start out with a conversation that people wouldn't expect to have, because now we are on board, and I still wanted to have that dialogue, because prior to us getting on board with Obama, I was hearing those conversations. And the deeper psychology was this. We're called mental dialogue for a reason. The deeper psychology was to visit the fact that we were last on board. I'm talking about as a race and as a culture. And I knew a lot of it was part of our own disbelief.
Okay.
So I wanted to, you see what I'm saying? So I wanted to explore the in-depthness of why were we having those concerns. And so since that time, we've been rocking out, having these deep-seated conversations, not to decide on who's right or wrong, but dig into, why do you think that way? Why do you think that way? Which is something we don't do in dialogue anymore. It's kind of an extreme. You should feel this way, or you should feel that way. Whereas we're like, no, we don't care how you feel, but why you feel that way, I might learn something about even how I think. I might reinforce, or I might think something different. Because at the end of the day, anytime you change your mind to do something better, whether you realize it or not, it typically started with a seed where you first, oh, I never thought of that. That's where it started, even though you may make the decision 2 months later, 6 months later, 2 years later, but it was the seed of getting exposed to a different idea that made you finally change your mind. Because if you believe something and you haven't been, you know, it could be wrong, but as long as you believe, you're going to keep rocking with it until something makes you think. All I ask is that you think.